Hey guys, Larsen here. I want to give you a short little build update on my next build. Since Kane of the Kulamag was introduced, I saw very early on in the league that people started doing Herald of Thunder, Auto Bomber, not with Fire Burst, but with the Storm Secret Strings, and I wanted to try it myself. Because normally, for you to be able to play a Herald of Thunder, Auto Bomber, you needed to spend upwards of 200 to 300 Exalted Orbs on a staff like this. They give you +5 levels, some crit multi, some double damage, and you know, the thing with Herald of Thunder, it's a little bit strange. If we look at the gem and if you look at the top, it has the spell tag, but it actually doesn't get anything from increases or decreases of spell damage. So the way you scale this is by pretty much anything else than the spell things, right? So you can't get some of the crit notes out of the tree that are extremely good for spell damage, right? This gives a crit to spell damage, doesn't work. Arcane potency, crit to spells, crit multi spells doesn't work. And the same for Doomcast. So some of the 3 best crit notes for spells doesn't work, or just spell damage in general. Luckily, we can get a lot from the cluster jewels, so that is why we have 3 large cluster jewels. We're eventually gonna pick up a Throat Seeker. As long as it doesn't have to the spells tag, you still get increases, right? So on Kane on the Kulamag, you get the +3 level gems, +3 level support gems, and with Empower support, that gives us like 8 levels, I think. 2 levels from global modifiers and 6 levels from support. Okay, so we get 6 levels from this Kane on the Kulamag with Empower. We get 2 from our Amulet. We get increased lightning damage, and now as for the last tag, as you see in the bottom, we can get crit multi while we're near a rare enemy, which gives us like 100 crit multi. Or you can also get double damage. Those are the best stats. So plus level of support gems, increased lightning damage, and then you can get crit multi, you can get double damage, and those are the 2 best. I'm not sure if there's other like third stats for suffixes that are good, but that's what you should go for. I think I spent 15x on this staff, already 6 links, so I think that's pretty cheap. Only 15x for the staff. I mean, in the posters, this was 4x. This is like a 10c item. The rings are pretty cheap. I think I bought this one with an implicit with some res on for 1x. This ring is like, you know, 5c ring unless you get a good roll. So I think I paid 40c for this roll, which is like near perfect. The helm, I have +1 power charge. Nearby enemies have -9 res, some life and some res, and I have a spider. Now, this amulet was a little bit expensive because I wanted to have crit multi and all res. But all I can tell you, right, the reason why is because I want to run with a Headhunter, so it's a little bit harder to cap resist. But if you're not running Headhunter, you can easily get like good resist on this. And if you don't go for some boots like this with, you know, insane stats, then you can get a lot of rest on your boots and belt. So let's just pretend here for a second that you don't go for these kind of boots and this kind of belt, then it's very easy to cap your resistances in just the belt and the boots. And then the build is not so expensive, I don't think. I mean, it is and it isn't, right? What makes it really expensive for me was the fact that I had to try and get like really high res on an amulet and a little bit high res on a helmet. But if you go for lesser boots and belt, it's a little bit cheaper, right? I decided to showcase today without a Headhunter. This was literally the cheapest belt I could find. That's the first one when I searched for life. I searched for a little bit of strength, because without Headhunter, I am short of strength. But yeah, that's Herald of Thunder. That's how you scale it. That's what we're doing. What makes this build expensive is honestly, like, not even the cluster jewels. It's the fact that we get a bunch of life and crit jewels. This is just expensive. I think it's like 4 to 5 extra per, and you can fit a lot in, right? When we have this many cluster jewels, like the medium cluster jewels, the last cluster jewels, they weren't terribly expensive. Buying all these jewels and we're gonna get more of them, right? And that's what's been super costly, I guess. Battle Fate, but like all the unique items, and I mean, if you don't want crazy stats and run a Headhunter, you can make it pretty cheap. That's all I want to find out. Let's open up the PUBs. My PUBs up here. At level 85, I have about 8 million damage, which is it's all right, but it's nothing too crazy. We're gonna get a bunch from leveling up. We're gonna get a bunch of damage from leveling up, and we'll see what it takes us. I think we're gonna be around 10 million. I get level 97, 98, but yeah, and that's what I've done. The reason why I took Pathfinder over, let's say, Assassin or Elementalist, which is the most common for it, is this is how fast we run with just a flask. I think when you're this late into the league, you can easily get gear for damage, and get just being a Pathfinder, right? We get a bunch of movement speed, we get a bunch of increased flask effect, we get more flask charges, and I don't know. felt like playing Pathfinder, so here we are. I just have one tier 16 ATL map prepared for you, and then I just quickly want to say that I'm gonna be probably running with a headhunter, not just a random build. Later down the line, I will try and use the +5 staff that cost, you know, multiple hundred exalted orbs, and I just have exploded chest with frenzy as well. It's like, I don't know how good explode is, but I want to test it all out, right? I want to see where we can take this guy. But this is kind of what it would look like on quote-unquote a budget. If you just if you change out the boots and the build and got some rest in this, right, you can make these two items pretty cheap, and then everything is almost affordable, I would say. The playstyle of this build is we cast once and now we just run. We have to never recast again during the map, and everything dies. And this is only at level 86, right? We're level 86. We're running in the budget version of the build, and it's kicking some ass. I think it's fair to say that this build at level 86, without any headhunters, is I think it's doing pretty good. I can't wait to take this build a little bit further than what it currently is right now. So I'm looking forward to that. My biggest, I wouldn't really call it an issue, right? Because since we were a bit low level, so we're lacking some damage, I do assume that later down the line we're gonna absolutely one-shot everything and blow everything up. And now sometimes it takes 2 or 3 strikes of thunder from the Herald of Thunder to sometimes clear a pack. So I expect down the line, right, that we'll be able to one-shot it when we get a bit more levels, get a bunch more crit and crit multi from our stuff. But yeah, that's my next build. That's what I've been tinkering with. And like I said, I just want it to be Pathfinder because I think it's faster, and if we need damage, you know, we can get it from our gear. If you do want to play it early league, I probably recommend Assassin the most. Elementalist works too though, and that's it. I hope you guys look forward to when we have it fully min-max. I'm not gonna upload a POB to this. If you can look up my profile. If you want to see it, you can look up my profile and see the progress, but I only want to share a POB once I'm done with it, once I've min-maxing, once I know not continue changes. Right now, I'm barely even taking it into maps, and you know, I don't want to upload anything before I'm done with it. So that's that, guys. I'm gonna leave a link down to my Twitch channel. I'll be playing this stream or this build probably right after this video goes live. So if you watch this early, you can come see us progress it. I'll also leave a link to my Discord, to a link to all our other POBs. This one won't be there yet, but you can still open it. I'll update it once I'm happy with it. Once I know I won't be doing any more changes. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.